Aloha and welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit BBQ. On today's video, we're gonna have ourselves a little Hawaiian feast, drinks included. Stay tuned. All right, let's glove up for this cook. You guys know the routine. Always protect your hands. I've got a cut glove and I like to wear a nitrile glove on top of that. All right, so I'm starting with this pack of chicken thighs. These are boneless and skinless. Just gonna take them out of the package. All right, so all I'm gonna do to these thighs is take off this excess fat. You want a little bit on there, but you don't need all this excess fat, so just trim it off. All right, so I've got the thighs trimmed up. All I'm gonna do is cut these down into smaller sizes. So probably into quarters is perfect. I've got a container right here, just gonna toss them in there. So take the whole thigh, cut it in half, and then cut it in half again. And that is perfect. I'm gonna cut the rest of these, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got the chicken thighs all trimmed up into smaller cubes. Now it's time to season it up. I'm gonna be using this Big Kahuna from PS Seasoning. This is a brand new seasoning. This is a pineapple teriyaki rub. I gotta tell you, this smells absolutely fantastic. So just sprinkle a little bit all over your chicken thighs. I'm also gonna be adding some of the pineapple teriyaki sauce to our chicken thighs. Ooh, man, this smells absolutely delicious. Just like that. Get in there and give it a good mix. I gotta tell you, this smells like Hawaii already. All right, so I'm just gonna set this aside. I'm gonna grab a pork shoulder, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so next I've got a pork shoulder. I'm just gonna cut this down into smaller cubes. I'm only gonna use about half of this pork shoulder. All right, so I've got my pork steaks here. Again, I'm just gonna make some cubes. All right, so I've got the pork all cubed up. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the Big Kahuna rub to this as well. Now this rub right here does have a little bit of sweetness, but it's also very savory. And our pineapple teriyaki sauce as well. All right, so I'm gonna give this a good mix. I'm gonna pop it in my fridge for a couple of hours, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so while the chicken and pork marinades, I'm gonna go ahead and chop up some vegetables. We're gonna be making some skewers and cooking this up on my El Chato Brazilian style rotisserie grill. So I've got some red bell peppers, green bell peppers, and some onions. So cut the bell pepper in half, and then again in half, so quarters. And then just a rough cut. All right, so next I'm gonna cut up a pineapple, because we're also gonna be using some pineapple on our skewers. Real simple process. Cut the bottom and the top, stand it up, and just peel the sides. So I don't have a coring tool for the pineapple, so all I'm gonna do is just cut this into 4 sections around the core. I personally like to eat the core. I don't know about you guys. And then just cut the pineapple a little bit smaller. All right, so I've got the chicken and the pork out of the fridge, and I've got the skewers for my El Chato. So I'm just gonna skewer a couple pieces of chicken. And let's grab a red bell pepper, an onion, green bell pepper, and a piece of pineapple. Just like that. We're gonna repeat the process. All right, just like that. I'm gonna get the rest of these done, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got the chicken and the pork on the skewers. Let's head outside and light up the El Chato. Stay tuned. All right, so I've got a mixture of lump charcoal and Kingsford blue charcoal, and I'm gonna be using my grill gun to light this up. All right, I'm just gonna let this ash over, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so the coals are ashed over. Now it's time to put our skewers on. I'm gonna start with the chicken and keep it on the right side. So all you gotta do is put the skewer in, lay it on this rack, and it rotates by itself. This is an amazing cooker. I can't believe it's been forever since I've cooked on it. So the beauty of this cooker is as the chicken starts to cook on the bottom skewers, I can just rotate them around and make sure that I get even cooking. All right, so let's load up our pork skewers, putting these on the left side. All right, I got all the skewers spinning right now. Check that out, what a beautiful sight. We'll bring you guys back in a minute. All right, so we've been going for about 20 minutes now. And again, the pork is on this side, the chicken's on that side. So it's cooking right up. Actually, let me pull this skewer so you guys can get a up close look at this. Check that out. This is the pork right here. So about 30 more minutes, these will be ready. I'm gonna probe them for proper temperature. We'll see you guys inside. All right, so the Hawaiian feast is ready, and check this out, man. Absolutely delicious. Here's our chicken. Look at that. Good little char on there. Yeah, buddy. Here's our pork. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. All right, so remember that pineapple top? Gonna use this as a decoration, if you will. Grab our chicken skewers and our pork skewers. And here you have it, guys. I'm gonna go grab some rice and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, I got some homemade jasmine rice right here. Just put a little bit on my plate right here. Look at that. Steamy hot rice. Gonna grab some of our chicken. Just like that. Some of our pork. All right, let's give this a try and see how we did. All right, let's give our Hawaiian feast a try. Just in case you're wondering, I took the chicken and the pork to 170 degrees internal. Let's try that chicken first. Look at that. Man, that's delicious. Let's try some of these roasted veggies. Some of the rice. Now let's try the pork and see how we did. Man, I just had a piece of the pineapple and it is absolutely delicious. So I know I mentioned earlier that this Big Kahuna is a little bit sweet, but I gotta tell you, the sweetness is not coming through the food. It is absolutely delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed this Hawaiian feast video. I gotta tell you, get yourself some of the Big Kahuna rub and some of this teriyaki sauce. It is absolutely delicious. If this is your first time to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Mahalo. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe Spit BBQ. See ya.